79% of business partnerships fail because leaders overlook one critical distinction. Are you confident your organization isn't falling into the same trap? Many executives struggle to tell the difference between joint ventures and strategic alliances, leading to costly missteps and missed opportunities for growth. Studies from Harvard Business Review and others highlight that a lack of clarity around these models is a major reason for failure rates as high as 70%. Today, we'll break down the essential differences between joint ventures and strategic alliances. By understanding the core characteristics of each, you can avoid common pitfalls and make more informed decisions about your next business partnership. The first step is understanding who actually controls the partnership and why that matters. If you're new here, please subscribe and like, because I share tips to help you improve your career. Take the example of Sony and Ericsson, who joined forces to launch their mobile phone joint venture. By establishing a separate legal entity, both companies contributed equity and shared direct control. This arrangement meant equal voting rights on critical decisions, from product development to market expansion. Compare this to Starbucks and Barnes and Noble's strategic alliance, where they simply agreed to feature Starbucks cafes inside bookstores without creating a new company. The difference in control is clear and immediate. McKinsey's 2023 partnership survey found that 42% of collaboration disputes arise from issues of control. In joint ventures, partners typically formalize governance through shareholder agreements and board representation. Each party brings assets into the new entity and gains proportional control based on their equity stake. Strategic alliances, on the other hand, operate through contracts that outline the terms of cooperation, but leave each company's operations separate. When conflicts surface, these structural differences can make all the difference. Consider the failed partnership between Uber and Toyota. Their alliance to develop autonomous vehicles fell apart when Uber changed its strategic direction, leaving Toyota with stranded investments. If the companies had formed a joint venture with clear governance and board oversight, Toyota might have had more avenues to protect its interests. Joint ventures provide defined mechanisms for resolving disputes, whereas alliances often depend on ongoing negotiation and goodwill. However, control comes with trade-offs. Joint ventures require more management attention, regular board meetings, and shared decision-making, which can slow down operations, but offer veto rights on essential matters. You gain influence, but sacrifice some autonomy. Strategic alliances let you maintain independence, but limit your ability to influence your partner's actions. When BMW and Toyota collaborated on hydrogen fuel cells through an alliance, they each retained full control over their own projects, sharing only specific technology. The way control is structured has direct financial consequences. In joint ventures, profits and costs flow through the new entity before being distributed to each partner. Alliances keep profits and liabilities separate, sharing only what's specified in the contract. This structural difference often leads to higher integration costs for joint ventures. PwC reports that 67% of JVs face this challenge. Ultimately, the right approach depends on your appetite for oversight and your ability to adapt when your partner's priorities shift. Understanding these dynamics is crucial before you consider the financial implications of your partnership model. If you're finding this helpful, please subscribe and like, because it helps us create content that matters to you. Also, if you want to take your skills further, check out our executive education and executive coaching programs at execbeat.com. Financial structure is often the dividing line between joint ventures and strategic alliances, shaping not just how profits are shared, but also how risks and rewards are distributed. When Google and Luxottica collaborated on smart glasses, their alliance was based on a contractual agreement. Google shouldered 78% of the R&D costs, while Luxottica managed distribution. This uneven split left Boogle exposed when market adoption lagged, resulting in liabilities that weren't anticipated. In contrast, the Renault-Nissan joint venture required both automakers to pool $4.3 billion, sharing investment and profits equally. Over 5 years, this balanced approach delivered a 214% return on investment, thanks to combined manufacturing efficiencies and shared risk. PwC data shows that joint ventures come with an average of 23% higher setup costs compared to alliances, but they also deliver 17% better long-term returns. The larger upfront commitment in a joint venture creates a strong incentive for both parties to maximize performance. For example, when Siemens and Bosch launched their home appliances joint venture, they invested together in factories and supply chains, reducing per unit costs by 31% and speeding up their time to market. Strategic alliances, on the other hand, tend to avoid deep resource pooling. This limits both the risks each partner takes on and the potential rewards they can achieve. The way partners handle financial exposure is another key distinction. In the Nokia-Microsoft smartphone alliance, Nokia absorbed 90% of production costs, while Microsoft focused on software. When sales fell short, Nokia took the brunt of the losses. A joint venture would have spread those losses proportionally. Alliances can create imbalances where one partner bears more risk without a matching share of the upside. Profit distribution also varies. Joint ventures distribute profits after covering all expenses within the new entity, while alliances allow each company to keep its own revenue streams, sharing only what is specified in the agreement. For instance, Starbucks and PepsiCo maintained separate profit and loss statements in their beverage distribution alliance, sharing royalties, but not full profits. By contrast, the Coca-Cola and McDonald's joint venture splits all profits from fountain syrup sales after costs. Choosing between these models depends on your risk tolerance and growth objectives. Joint ventures require more capital and expose you to your partner's financial health, but they can unlock greater synergies and returns. Strategic alliances offer flexibility and lower financial risk, but often at the expense of significant upside. As you weigh these financial trade-offs, it's important to ensure your decision aligns with your broader strategic priorities. Selecting between a joint venture and a strategic alliance requires more than intuition. It demands a structured evaluation of your business needs. Research indicates that 83% of Fortune 500 companies now use formal frameworks to assess partnership opportunities, focusing on factors such as strategic objectives, control requirements, resource commitments, partnership duration, and risk-reward balance. These criteria help organizations avoid missteps and choose the architecture that best fits their long-term vision. Think about how Disney's alliances with toy manufacturers differ from its joint ventures with theme park operators. Each structure serves a distinct purpose. Effective collaborations start with clear intentions and a deliberate approach to partnership design, ensuring you match the right model to your company's goals. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like because it helps us bring you more free videos. And if you're ready to grow your career, visit execbeat.com to learn about our executive education and coaching.